Hari Om. So Bhagwan revealed the nature of Kshetra. Then now he also revealed the Jnanam, the 20 values. And now he is indicating the real nature of the Kshetrajna. It cannot be indicated as with the term is and is not also, because such terms we use for objects. When objects are present, we say they are, and they are not there, we say they are not. But such term cannot be used for that supreme reality. But one may feel that maybe it is not there. No, we can see the presence or experience the presence of that supreme through all the beings. It shines through all the hands and legs and the senses and the mind. So the presence, just as the presence of the sun, we come to know when we see the moon shining in the sky at night. So similarly, when we see or experience the senses shining with the light of consciousness, we know that it is there. The pure absolute consciousness is present. So it reveals or shines through all the senses, but it itself is beyond all senses, devoid of all senses. Sarvendriya vivarjitam, free from all attachment and the very support of all this various matter. So it appears to be divided, but it is homogeneous. Avibhaktancha bhuteshu. So in all beings it appears that consciousness is divided, but it is not divided. It is one, that supreme reality or that pure absolute consciousness is one homogeneous whole. Further, Bhagwan says in the 17th verse, Jyotishamapi tajyotihi tamasah paramuchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridhi sarvasya vishtitam Jyotishamapi tajyotihi tamasah param. That pure absolute consciousness is indicated here as Jyotishamapi tajyotihi. It is light of even all the lights. Jyotishamapi tajyotihi, light of all the lights. It is that because of which everything shines. Just as the moon shines and so many other objects shines because of the light of the sun. Similarly, because of that pure absolute consciousness, every mind, every intellect, every sense organ of all the beings, it shines forth with that life or that ability to be conscious of. So it is the very light of all the light. Just as in our dream also we might see a lot of lights, we can see the sun also in our dream. But that sun, the light which is revealed in the sun is also illumined by me. So I am the light in the sun also. So similarly, this Kshetrajya is indicated here as the light of all the light. So I have that consciousness because of which I am conscious of my body. So this consciousness, because of which I am conscious of the body, this in its absolute sense is that pure consciousness. which is illumining not only this body but all the bodies. Jyotisham apitat jyotihi and tamasap paramuchyate. But at the same time, it is beyond darkness, beyond ignorance. Even ignorance cannot touch the supreme reality. Our absolute nature cannot be touched by ignorance. Ignorance can touch the intellect, but it cannot touch that pure consciousness. In the intellect, we can understand something, we can not understand something. But as far as that pure consciousness is concerned, it illumines everything. It cannot be touched by the ignorance, nor can it be touched by knowledge. It is beyond both. So tamasaha param uchyate, beyond tamas also, and that is our real nature. It is also indicated by, it can be comprehended by the values which are indicated here as jnanam. So here Bhagavan calls that jnanam also as that supreme reality because it helps us to comprehend that supreme. Because it is the means to know that supreme self. Therefore, it is also indicated by the term jnanam. But here jnanam is all this amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam, those 20 values. When we have those, when we cultivate those values in our mind, in our intellect, we become fit to comprehend, to recognize our own self. So jnanam, it is also indicated as neyam. All this which we are learning now is neya. Neya means that which has to be known. So it is also indicated as neyam. And jnanagamyam. And through this knowledge, amanitvam, adambhitvam, it can be grasped. So it is also called jnanagamya, means can be known or can be grasped through knowledge. So jnanagamyam. Hridhi sarvasya vishtitam, it exists in the heart of all beings. Means it is present, it is very close to us, it exists in the heart of all beings. Hridhi sarvasya vishtitam. To recognize this, we don't have to go anywhere. We have to just dive within ourselves. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi Ji says that Hridaya kuhara madhe kevalam brahma matram यहम अहम इति साक्षात आत्मरूपेण भाति हृदिविष मनसा स्वं मज्जता चिन्वता वा पवन चलन रोधात आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम. This Brahma exists in the very cave of our heart. Means where we experience the sense of I, there itself exists that Brahma. Where we are experiencing I am, there itself exists that Brahma. The nearest we can experience Brahma as I am. So when we hold on to this I am, it will take us to our own supreme nature. Everyone experiences I am. Eh? Anyone who doesn't experience here? Everyone experiences I am means I exist. My own existence I experience. Only problem is, I identify with the body, mind, and great confusion is there about exactly what is my nature. There is no confusion regarding my existence. There is only confusion regarding my exact nature. And so in order to know my exact nature, I have to just hold on to that thought, I am. And that will take us to our own self. So where that thought or where that notion I am arises, that is called heart. Dil. The spiritual heart. It is not the physical heart. It is that where we experience our own existence, own self. I am. there itself, when we hold on to that I, it will take us to our own supreme self. It will take us to our destination. We have to just hold on to it. So, jnanam neyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. And Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi also says that hridi vishamanasa swam, you enter your own heart through chintanam, through diving, through restraining your breath. You just enter your own heart, means enter that feeling I am. Remove all other thoughts from your mind. Only hold on to that I exist, I am, I am. And you will find that you have nothing to do with this body also. Because in that pure I am, there is no notion of the body. There is no notion of the mind. And when we hold on to it, it will take us to our own self. This is the direct and the simplest and the most natural path to our own self. You have to just sit on that I am, and it will take us to our destination. It's like you sit in a train and you find out where it is going. So once you know that it is going to the right place, you just sit there, relax. It will take you. You don't have to know all the routes. You don't have to know all the stations also. If it is your final station, you will know. It will stop there and you can then get down. Similarly, all of us should sit on that train of I am. It will take us to our source, our ultimate destination, our self. So, Ridhi Sarvasya Vishtitam, it exists in the heart, this Kshetrajna or the absolute self exists in the heart of all. So, thus Bhagavan in these verses, starting from the 12th, Neyam Yattat Pravakshami, until the Jyotisham Apitat Jyotihi, he indicated the Kshetrajna, its real nature. Now Bhagavan takes up another topic. Before that, he summarizes, he tells what he has told to Arjuna, because Arjuna was not taking notes. So he had to tell him what I had told you. So in the 18th verse, he is repeating, he tells, Iti kshetram tatha jnanam neyam choktam samasataha madbhakta etad vidnyaya madbhavayopapadyate iti kshetram tatha jnanam neyam choktam samasataha madbhavayopapadyate. Iti, thus, Arjuna, I have declared, I have told you, kshetram. What is kshetra? This body, and then it is made up of those 24 tattvas plus their vikar. So Mahabhutani, Ahankara and all. The kshetram I explained to you, I indicated it to you. Then tathat jnanam, the knowledge, the 20 values, amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam, adi. The 20 values I have indicated, which help us to recognize the self. These are the sadhana which everyone should follow. And once we are equipped with this, we will know the self. It is like if we want to see our face in the mirror should be clean. Once the mirror is clean, then we can see our face. In the good old days, they used to have metal reflecting surface as mirror. In South India and all, they make with so many metals they put, and a metal mirror is made. But it becomes little opaque. So with the help of some sort of vibhuti and all, it is rubbed. And when you rub, it starts shining. And once it shines, then you can see your face in that. Similarly, this jnanam help us to shine our mirror of our antakarana, of our mind, so that we can recognize our own self. So jnanam and neyam. Neyam is this kshetrajna is indicated as that which has to be known, that which has to be recognized. That is called neyam. So that was also indicated using those various indicators like Jyotisham, Apitat Jyotihi. So neyam cha uktam samasataha. I indicated all this samasataha briefly. See, though we feel it is quite elaborate, but Bhagavan says briefly I have indicated these three: kshetram, jnanam, and neyam. And this neyam has to be known. Now at present we are knowing the kshetra. And knowing the kshetra and getting attached to the kshetra will not help us to be free of the samsara. We always remain a knower. When we know something, kshetra, we become the knower, and then we want to do something about it, so we become the doer, and we want to enjoy it, so we become the enjoyer. So we get involved in the kshetra only. We cannot come out of it. But if we want to be free of this bondage, if we want to be free of this samsara, we have to recognize ourselves as that pure light. Again, to give that example of the moon, so the light of the sun in space we cannot see, that is the pure light, but when it falls on the moon, we see it. But that light which is falling on the moon is the kshetrajna, which is identified with the moon. It has to recognize itself as that light which is free from all objects. Once it recognizes that, then even if the moon is there, it doesn't matter. Then it is free. It is free from all bondage. But if it doesn't recognize this pure light, then it identifies with the moon. And wherever the moon goes, it goes with it. It feels I am going here, going there. I am moving. But when it comes to recognize it, it's pure, then it will know that I am where I am. Moon comes, moon goes. But I am where I am. Many moon comes, many moon goes, but I am where I am. So that recognizing that kshetrajna in its pure form is required. Therefore it is called neyam, that which has to be known.